YouTube? It's your boy Sean Matrai here with a Galaxy Eyes video. Now we got cog with this last night, so the night before. So if you want to check that out, watch my YouTube VOD or watch my Twitch VOD. We're doing another cog climb tonight. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube. And if you watch from the Twitch side, make sure you follow me on Twitch. Also, I am doing another tier list update. I'm doing this every week. So if you want to see the updated tier list, make sure you go follow me on twitch.tv/SeanMatrai or subscribe to me on my YouTube. The video will be there either today or tomorrow. Anyway, on to the video. Alright, Galaxy Eyes. So, if you don't know, this deck revolves around the skill Photon Dragon Advent. I'm going to go over exactly what it does now. So the first part of the skill you can only use once per duel. The second part of the skill you can use as many times in the duel as you want, but once per turn. However, you can only use each part of the skill once per turn. So you can only use one of the effects per turn. Okay, so the first part of the skill is reveal one Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon or one Galaxy Eyes Knight in your hand. And you can only use them once per duel. During the duel, from your deck, add 2 cards to your hand. There can only be 1 card with the same name that are Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon or level 8 Warrior Galaxy Eyes monsters. Then you can send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. That's optional. Second part of the skill, send 1 Galaxy card from your hand to the graveyard. To use it, set 1 Galaxy Eyes Cloud Dragon on your field from your deck or graveyard. Keep in mind that cannot set from the hand, so you need it in the graveyard. Okay. So, basically, this is why you run 3 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons and 3 Galaxy Knights, because you want to have these in the hand to trigger the skill. So if you open up one of these 6 cards, you could trigger the skill. Also, Galaxy Soldier brand new could trigger the skill. Basically, you discard it, this light monster to special summon this, and if you do, add 1 Galaxy card from your hand deck to your hand. The search is a hard once per turn, but the summon is not. So you can summon as many of these as you want, which is why we have Nightmare Unicorn in the extra deck. It's good to help clear the field. I didn't use Unicorn on the cog run, but I decided to add it in. So that gives us 9 ways to see Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon or Knight. Now, to rephrase what the skill does is basically, if we open up Photon Dragon or Knight, we can reveal either one to add a level 8 Warrior Galaxy monster or a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from our deck to our hand. And that includes our level 8 Galaxy Brave, which can special summon itself by revealing a Photon monster in our hand. And that includes Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon because it is a Photon. And then its level becomes the level of the monster revealed. So, for example, if we reveal Photon Vanisher, that will become a level 4, as well as Orbital. If we reveal Photon Dragon, it becomes a level 8. Then you can also target 1 Galaxy monster in your graveyard, and it becomes that attack, so you can boost it to 3,000 if you have Photon Dragon in the graveyard. Good for going second. You can also target Galaxy Knight as well. Now, on top of that, we are running 3 Hyper Galaxy. This card is brand new. Hyper Galaxy allows you to target 2 monsters, one on your field and one of your opponents, both with 2,000 or more attack. Tribute them and then special summon the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from the deck. This is very, very good because this is a way to force out the Omni Negate in like the Tachyon matchup. And it's also really good is that it has the close, you can only activate it once per turn. So if they negate the activation with something like a Tachyon Transmigration, you can activate another one. Now, the very important thing is that you need to know is that it tributes your monster for cost, but not your opponent's. That is because the first part of this card effect comes before the semicolon, so that's the cost. So tributing your monster is the cost while it's not on your opponent's, which is very important. The reason why is because cards like cards like Ubel, not Ubel, cards like Neos Kaluger will float because it tributes your opponent's monster for an effect while tributing yours as a cost. And secondly, what's very important is that if they were to negate you with like Tachyon Transmigration, even though you can activate multiple in the turn, that you tribute your monster as a cost. So you would have to tribute an additional monster to use another Hyper Galaxy. So keep that in mind when activating this card. But this card is very, very good. And it's also really good against Skill Saga Successor because this can tribute it in response to them activating the effect. So if they threaten to pop your field, you could chain this. And then they won't get to summon their Sun Saga because Skill Saga will not be on the field. So they won't have a zone to summon it to. And also, this card is really good to play around Book of Moon because this will still tribute your monster. If it's face down, it will still register that attack. And then tributing your opponent's monster as well. So you can, like, if they try to book you, you can also get a Galaxy Eyes on the field, maybe to make a rank 8 after they book you. So that's multiple ways you can use the card. On top of that, we were playing 3 trade-in because the skill gives us a +2 on activation. So we choose not to discard whenever we draw a trade-in or Galaxy Soldier, because this allows us to just discard our Photon Dragon anyway, and then draw 2 cards and get further into our deck into seeing our attacks. Good for going second. We also run Orbital and Vanisher. So Vanisher on Special Summon. If you control a Galaxy monster or a Photon, you can Special Summon it, add Photon Dragon to your hand. Also, if a monster with this is material, destroys a monster in battle, it's banished. And then Orbital just allows us to search as well as do our combo. Okay, now, going on further, we have Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand, Dingirsu in the extra deck, Galaxy Package, our Starleech Blast Dragon, Unicorn, and Soulflare Dragon. Now, I'm going to go over the combos after I show you a few replays, and I'll show you exactly what you want to be doing with this deck. So, enjoy the replays, guys. Okay, so here comes the replays. I mean, not the replays. Here comes, I'm going to show you guys now the combos. Sorry about me, the loud volume and me clicking in and out. I wasn't sure what I saved beyond that point. But I only wanted to go over, I could have saved more replays, but I only wanted to go over a few because otherwise I want to prevent this video from being excessively long. So, because I want to go over the combos too. Okay, so what do you want to do? Well, this hand's a dud. Well, it's not a dud. We could trade in here. Unfortunately, because we didn't draw a Knight or a Galaxy Eyes, then we don't have combo. But now we do because we were able to trade in. So even if you draw Brave, you could trade it in to try to get a level 8. Yeah, so, but it's still going to be hard because we don't have, well, we're going to have the decked in here. This isn't going to be the most optimal. So the minute we see that Knight, we can deck in, but we're not going to want to do anything else but to discard that Galaxy Eyes immediately. Okay, now we can get started with some sort of a combo here. Not optimal. You always want to discard the Cloud Dragon so we can get that in the graveyard. Then we're going to search probably another copy of Galaxy Soldier. That would be optimal here. So that way we can get to the link. You always want to try to get to the link as quickly as possible. So in this non-ideal situation, we can still get to the link. So we have 2 level 5s. You can also run V-Mana in this deck if you want to be able to make a V-Mana. You could run Pallades, but then you have to cut out Felgrand. I really don't recommend that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add back Photon Dragon. You always want Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in hand if possible, because you want to discard it for Soul Flare Dragon. You really don't want to discard both the Photon and a Galaxy, because otherwise that can lead to problems. Oh, we didn't have one in the grave. Okay, let me do this again. Let me do this again. Let me do this again. Okay. Gotta have a redo here. Because I realized we didn't have more than one Galaxy Eyes in the graveyard. Okay, here we go, for real now. Okay. So now we have combo, we have the Galaxy Eyes in hand. We still could have did something with that last hand, but... So we're going to add a Galaxy Eye, and we're going to add another Photon Dragon to our hand. In this case, we will discard because we didn't draw a trade-in or a Galaxy Knight. So we're going to reveal Galaxy Eyes in hand. We're going to summon this. Then we can go for our Galaxy Knight. We have to summon this because otherwise we won't have a target to be able to summon our Knight with, because we won't have a Galaxy on the field. So now we can go ahead and we can make Felgrand here. This ends on 2 disruptions, because we have the Hyper Galaxy already in hand. And then we just set here and pass. So in this case, we just end on Felgrand plus 2 disruptions. And this is when we have, like, no Galaxy Soldier, no other extenders, no trade-in, no nothing. Understand that there are, like, 8 other ways we can extend through this. So, like, we have 8 other ways that allows us to extend even further. We just didn't draw 8 other ways in the deck to really be able to extend any further. So, very highly unlikely, but still descends on 2 disruptions nonetheless. So, that's 2 disruption combo. I'm going to go over a few. I want to try to show you the God combo. It is also possible to end on more orbitals. It is possible to end on more orbitals if you have it. Okay, so we're going to continue. Okay, so here we go. Here's a much better hand. So because we opened up one of our 8 cards, we can reveal our Galaxy Eyes. So we're going to add Knight here, and we're going to add another Photon Dragon. In this case, we're going to say no to the effect because we have Galaxy Soldier. So we're going to go Galaxy Soldier, pitching the Photon Dragon. Then we're going to activate Galaxy Soldier. We're going to add another Galaxy Soldier to our hand. That's fine. Or you can add directly another Knight. Another Knight also works here. So we could just add a Galaxy Soldier or another Knight. If you're going second, you might want to add Galaxy Soldier just so you could threaten a Unicorn if you wanted to. But in this case, we don't have to. So we'll add Galaxy Knight. Now we're going to reveal Brave by just revealing the 8. It doesn't matter here because we're not trying to do a 4 setup. And then we're going to activate Brave's effect. You don't have to activate it going first, but going second, you definitely want to. Then we're going to go into Soul Flare Dragon, and we're not going to add back Galaxy Eyes, we're going to add back Brave. And this will help us out in the follow-up. You can either add back Brave or Soldier. I think Brave is better. No, we should probably add Soldier. We'll add Soldier. Because we don't have, we're going to want to discard that Photon Dragon. So next, we're going to normal summon Galaxy Knight. Galaxy Knight will summon back the Photon Dragon. And then from here, we'll make ourselves a copy of Felgrand. And then we'll set Book and Pass. So what does this end us on? This has us on 3 disruptions. We have the pop from Soul Flare, the unaffectedness, the negate from Felgrand, and then we also have the Book of Moon. So we have 3 disruptions with this hand. Very, very good. And then from here we can activate the second skill if we want to. We can even summon Galaxy Knight if we have we use Felgrand's effect to put Photon in the grave. We could summon a Galaxy Knight. Or if we didn't, then we could just do this. Second part of the skill. Summon out your cloud, bring out Photon Dragon, and then we can just attack for game. So you have a lot of ways that you can win in any kind of situation here. So that's the most common setup. Like if you draw one of 8 cards, you're ending on 3 disruptions there, just to let you know. Assuming you manage to open up a tech, but 1 of 8 is at least 2 disruptions. But if you open up a tech to go with that, you end on 3 disruptions. But it is very common. It is very common that you can end on 3 disruptions in this deck. Like a lot of the hands that you have will be at least 3 disruptions. Some hands that you have will have 4, but at least 3 most of the time. Which is going to be very strong for you. Now, I'm trying to get you the one where we have a level 4 in the hand. Okay. So here we have Trade-In. We're going to activate our skill. We're going to go Photon Dragon Advent. Here we add the Galaxy Eyes Photon and the Brave. Now, what's very important here, other than saying no, because we have the trade and discard, is we're gonna want to, unless you really want to get greedy, we could get a little bit greedy. We're gonna get a little bit greedy, but if you wanted to play it safe, you could reveal Galaxy Brave to make sure you have a Photon in hand before any of this. But we're gonna get a little greedy because we should draw into like a starter. We really should. Okay, we'll go trade in again. Okay, perfect. Now what we could do is we're going to have a lot of plays here. So we're going to go Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier adds the Photon Dragon. Now we can reveal the Galaxy Brave. We can reveal the Photon Dragon, summon the Brave. Activate, target Galaxy Eyes. Now we can make our Soul Flare Dragon. Now you might say, but Sean, you pitched so many Galaxy Knights here. That's okay. We have an additional Galaxy Eyes in hand. Don't add back Photon now. Add back Galaxy Knight. So you have more grind gain. So even if you trade and discard the Galaxy Knights, that's okay. Because you can add it back. You could even, if you say, add too many Galaxy Eyes Photons in hand and you discard all your Knights, you can add it back with Soul Flare. So even if you have multiple Galaxy Eyes Photons in hand, that's okay. Now we make our Felgrand, and like I said here, with the Hyper Galaxy in the book, with all these trade-ins, we're going to have 4 disruptions. So right now, we have a Pop, we have a Felgrand Negate, we have a Hyper Galaxy, and we have a Book of Moon. That is 4 disruptions on our opponent. That's going to be very hard to win through. The only deck that really can play through that is like Blue Eyes or Tenyi, because Blue Eyes just gets bigger than us. Or it's something like Tenyi. Tenyi can probably get through that and survive if they have enough of a good hand. But yeah, very strong field here. Okay. Now, I want to talk about the last combo, and we need to kind of open up before. I might change up the build like in a falsified way, just so you see the other combo. Just going to change it up temporarily here. Just so I could show you guys the combo, and we open it more consistently. You can also go this way to building the deck if you want to, but I want to see if we can open up our orbital here. So I can show you the combo. Or Vanisher. You can add multiple Vanishers too. That also works. But I want to show you off one more combo before we end the video. And this is a card I didn't talk about much. It's Star Leash Blast Dragon. Now let me turn up the volume, the in-game music, because I realized we had it off. But okay. Okay. Okay, perfect. We drew Vanisher, so this works too. Either Vanisher or Orbital. So when you see Vanisher or Orbital, this is going to extend you into another combo. And I'm going to show you. This is one you can use with Blast Dragon. So we're going to reveal Photon Dragon. We're going to add a Knight. And we're going to add another copy of Galaxy Brave. In this case, yes, we will discard. Now, keep in mind, Vanisher will give you Photon Dragon. So this allows you to search Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon mid-combo, but if you wanted to, so keep that in mind. Now, in this case, where we want to end on Blast Dragon, we're going to reveal our level 4 instead. So either an Orbital or a Vanisher. Then it becomes 4, we special the Vanisher, and then we can add Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon and make a monster I did not discuss before. And this is Startleash Photon Blast Dragon. So basically, this sets up a whole new line of play, where Blast Dragon, what it does is on Exceed Summon, you can special summon a Photon or Galaxy monster from your hand. Photon monster from your hand. So generally, your Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Also, any monster with over 2,000 attack cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. You can quick effect on your opponent's turn, detach one material, special summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your graveyard or in the banish pile. This also helps around IDP if they IDP your Galaxy Eyes. Now, what's very important here is what's really cool is that everything over 2,000 attack cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. So there's a few ways you can apply this. This is A, really good going first because you can make a super defensive board. B, it's really good going second because you can force out back row. So when you threaten something like a Dingirasu or some big monster, they can't target it, so they have to disrupt you before you can make your big 8. And third, what's really good about this is that, let's say, like I said, if you got let's say, not IDP, let's say you open up Orbital alongside this. If you open up Orbital alongside this, you can make this go up to 2,000 attack because Orbital will boost it up by 500. And then, because this will have 2,300 attack, it cannot be targeted or destroyed. So they basically cannot target or destroy your whole field. Now, in this case, we could special summon Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon if we want to. And then from here, we can make, if we had Galaxy Soldier, we could extend even further, because then we can make the Link and then do other plays as well. But because we don't have Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, we can't really extend beyond this point of summoning Knight and making like an untargetable, indestructible Felgrand. But we will also have another back row with it. But like I said, if you open up Galaxy Soldier, you can make the Link 2, and then follow up with like the Link 2 plus an untargetable Ding or an untargetable Felgrand. And then your Link is also untargetable and indestructible as well. But in this case, we could either end on the Link 2 being untargetable, or we could just make a Felgrand. And then we could also revive back Galaxy Eyes on their opponent's turn due to Blast Dragon's effect. So from here, we can do this, and we can even set a Hyper Galaxy. So not only is our Felgrand untargetable and indestructible, we also have a Hyper Galaxy, a Galaxy Eyes Revive, and then we can also threaten to break their board with another disruption of Hyper Galaxy out of their deck. So this is a Blast Dragon lance that I wanted to tell you about. Okay, so that's going to be the video. If you like this video, please like, comment, and sub. I would appreciate it. Also, College Live tonight. Be there, 7:45. You know my time. I'm on at 7:45. I generally come on either every day or every other day. Now, I want to make a note to all my YouTube and Twitch subscribers. I am going to be on vacation from March 10th to March 20th. So, I will not, likely will not be streaming then. Okay? So, don't expect any streams from that point on. Then, I'll be doing a lot of streams within the first week. So, you can expect me to stream them. But that week, I'm going away to Florida. I'm going to see family and I'm going to see Steven. So, I will not be live on Twitch, but I will be uploading YouTube videos. I should be able to do that on mobile on the go. So expect me to still consistently post YouTube content, update the tier list, and still do a bunch of YouTube content that I will be throwing at you guys. So you guys won't be starved for content until I get back. But if you enjoyed this video, like I said, like, comment, sub, and I'll see you guys live tonight, hopefully on stream. Appreciate it. Guys, enjoy, and yeah. Take care, everyone. Peace.